for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you. I ain't never, so let me break it on down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you. I ain't worried about you, I ain't never making.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the All Motorsports YouTube channel. I'm your host Alex Bowman, and today we're going to have a little bit different of a video. I'm going to take you guys through the cameras I have and how I get my videos set up with the overlays and the data into the computer to analyze that and all of that kind of stuff. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start off, I'm going to go down the line here and show you the cameras that I have. This one here is the original GoPro Hero. I don't use this one anymore. It's so old. The highest quality it does is 1080p at 30 frames a second, and I like to have my 1080 footage at 60. So this isn't used anymore. I just kind of keep it down here for just, you know, kind of for decoration. This one is the Hero 3. It's the next one that I had. Also don't really use this one at all. I could use it if I wanted to because it does shoot 1080 60. It might also do 4K 30, but I feel like the quality is just not up to where I like it to be, so I don't really use this one either, but it is there as a backup if I ever want to add a camera or do anything else. This one is a GoPro Hero 5. This is actually Brandon's camera, and this is what he uses for his head-mounted camera. And when you see his POV shots, this is that camera. It is running at super view and 1080p 60 frames a second. And then this is my camera for my POV shots up on top of my helmet. Brandon has his over on the side of his helmet. I like mine up on top. And again, 1080p 60 frames a second is what I use for this camera. And my last camera, I'm now recording on the one for my helmet, and this last camera is the one I do my actual vlogging shots on. It is a GoPro Hero 9. I really like this because it has the front screen here that I can actually see what I'm recording. I've got a microphone attachment and a light to help with audio, and then just a little handle that will spread out to a tripod as well, so I can sit it down and get the best shots. And this camera is recording in 4K 30. I only make my videos in 1080p, but I like to have that 4K just to have a little bit extra quality and sharpness from it. Now I'm going to move on to actually showing you how I get my footage onto the computer and all of the stuff that I do on here. So to start off with, we are going to go into Race Studio 3, and this is how I get all of my data from the TAC into the computer. So let me grab my TAC really quick. I am using a Micron 5 and a Micron 5S. Basically the same. The S just connects to a few more satellites, but they're both mostly the same. So what I'll do is turn on the Micron, and I have it set to automatically, when it doesn't have an engine signal, to be putting off a Wi-Fi signal. So it will start doing that. And then I can come up here and connect to the Wi-Fi and just connect to it. And there we go. Now that it's connected, I can click on that, and this will give me all the stuff. So right here it shows actually the live numbers that it's calculating. I just immediately turn that off as soon as it comes up because I don't want it draining the battery. But then I come to download, and this will show all of the tests, or like everything that's stored on here. So you can see I already have all these downloaded and stuff. these ones where it just shows 1 lap, that's just when I fired up the engine to make sure everything was good. You can see the laps and the best lap time, and then it gives you time and date and all of that. So I'll click on it, give it a little check, click download, and then I can put in which vehicle it was. So this one was Clone Medium. I'll put in what event that was, and then the track as well, and it will automatically, once I download it, add it into a folder with file name and everything all organized for me. I'm not going to do that because I already have it downloaded. So we'll just go through, and you can see they're all on here. I actually need to delete all these, but I'll do that later. But then from this software, you can also change up like the Wi-Fi name, some other settings, look at the tracks that are saved on there, look at some like the timer. So like for this Micron, I've been on track with it for almost 18 hours since I had it, and gone 684 kilometers, which I'm going to switch to miles, and is 424 miles. And then I have a logo that pops up. My All Out Motorsports logo pops up every time it turns on. I do that here, and then firmware updates is right here. So from there, minimize out of that, and I go to Race Studio Analysis, or Race Studio 2 Analysis, and this pulls in all of that data. Most of the time it does it automatically. It kind of learns where the folder structure from the last program, and we'll pull that into here. So you can see these are all the Clone Medium at Lawrenceburg that I've done, and I can change up the track here. So I can like change it to Cincy, and that shows all the Clone Medium. I can change it to Clone Heavy, that shows all the Clone Heavy, or I can just take all that away, and there's all my tests for the year. Well, it calls them tests every time I've been on track for the year. So I just click on one of those, double click on it, it pulls it up, and then go to File, Data Export. You want it to be a CSV file. Hit Browse, say where you want to save it. I just go straight back to that same folder that it came from. Select all, save and exit. And then to finally get that all into a video, I will come to Race Render 3, and this is where the magic happens. This is where the overlay happens, all of that. So I'll click New. Actually, I don't need to click New. Let's see, Add Template to Project. You can go through all of these and pick which one you want, or create your own. I created my own, so I'll click that, and then add a data file. Oh shoot, let's find one to add real quick. I might have these all deleted actually. There we go. Just a random one. Click OK. It automatically pulls the template up, puts the data file on there, and then you can find that same video file, which I don't have anymore, and you just drag that in. It's got a synchronization tool and everything. So what I normally do for this is like fast forward the video to when I go to the start finish line the first time, and then click Data Sync Wizard, and over here you can click first time crossing the start finish line, synchronize, and it'll automatically sync up your video and data. And then from there, I just click create video. I normally click no, I don't want to save it. And then these are the settings that I use to render this out. I actually just realized recently it does a little bit of color grading too. I didn't realize that until like a month ago or something. One of the times I like switched from this file to the original video file straight from the GoPro, and realized the colors were a little bit duller in the GoPro video. So this does a little bit of its own color grading, which is really cool. But I just do 1080 at 60 because that's what the GoPro shoots, and then start rendering, and it'll render, and then throw it into Adobe Premiere Pro to compile them all together and edit my videos. Premiere Pro is what I use to do all of that. And then for making thumbnails and stuff, I will use Photoshop. So that is how I get all of that into my videos. I think it's really cool. And then here, if we go back to Race Studio Analysis, I'll even show you guys a little bit. So right now, like you can see the graph here, that's the RPM graph, which isn't a good one to be showing you because my RPM is messing up on that cart. Let's see, let's go to, yeah, let's do this one. See, you can see the RPM graph here, and then there's all sorts of, I can overlay the speed, I can take that away, I can do accelerometer data, all sorts of stuff, and then, yeah, so if you have this, just play around with it. This graph gives you a lot of really cool stuff, and is super, super helpful at times. So, with that, I'm going to go ahead and end this video off. Remember to like and subscribe, make some comments down below. I know this was a pretty short, sweet, to-the-point video, but hopefully it was helpful for some of you. I know some of you are just going to look at this and pass it on by and not really care, but hopefully it's helpful for someone. Remember to like and subscribe, and pecker up, hammer down.